Welcome to Halifax in the World. On this week's edition, we'll be talking about climate change. Climate change is seen as one of the most serious long-term threats to our society. Climate change occurs when there are changes in long-term weather conditions and are measured by several indicators such as air, water temperature, precipitation, and wind. When people think about climate change, they usually think about melting ice caps and glaciers in the Arctic. However, we don't have to go much further than Halifax just to see the long-term effects that happen. Warmer water currents in the Atlantic Ocean around the Halifax area have been known to cause more frequent and extreme hurricanes. Just by walking through Point Pleasant Park in Halifax, we can see the many long-term effects that have happened from Hurricane 1 in 2003. There have been many trees, like this one behind us, that have been damaged from that hurricane. Another serious example of climate change is the rising sea levels in Halifax. Over the past 100 years, the sea level has risen almost 32 centimeters, and melting glaciers have caused Nova Scotia's landmass to sink another 15 centimeters. In the case of a storm of even less of magnitude than Hurricane Juan, sea levels would rise another 2.7 meters over the current level at the Halifax harbor. Restaurant patios would be wiped out, and many shopping locations along the harbor would be completely flooded. Climate change is clearly an issue that needs to be understood by the local population. Since human activity is a huge contributing factor, it is in their power to make a difference. The important thing that citizens can do is engage in Halifax's adaptation initiative called Climate Smart. This project looks to establish and enforce Halifax's climate change priorities by considering the long-term sustainability measures that need to be taken in order to deal with climate changes that Halifax will be faced with in the coming years. This program assesses where the city is most vulnerable and plans for adaptation. Residents of Halifax Regional Municipality should look to follow the Climate Smart program in order to play a part in the city's development. The burning of fossil fuels raises the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This will lead to average or even extreme changes in climate patterns. Instead of mindlessly consuming and participating in activities that contribute to climate change, we should educate ourselves on how we can change our consumption pattern. It's as easy as turning off a light.